Hi there, my name is Dan Daly and I am a 2024-2025 resident here at Nancy Manicherian's The Cell Theatre. I'm working on a project called The Story of Lot's Wife, which is something I'm calling a performerless play, where it's sort of an art installation where you come in and we have reconsidered the story of Lot's wife, from the biblical story through to a more contemporary version where she sort of supports and cares for the queer community. Yeah, so the basic story of Lot's wife is that two angels come to Sodom to warn Lot about the destruction of the city that's upcoming. The men of the city follow these angels that have shown up and basically try to have sex with them. The angels end up blinding the whole community and then tell him everyone in his family needs to leave. So on the way out, one of the rules that they're given is to not look back at the city. And in my sort of interpretation of this, you know, Lot's wife loved the city and loved the people and cared for the people and could not help herself from thinking about the people that she loves being destroyed. You know, this piece, while it is sort of about a religious figure, it's not a religious piece. In the story, she turns around and becomes a pillar of salt. When you reread the actual story, it does not say she was turned into salt, it says she becomes salt. So I started considering, what if she chose to become salt as opposed to being a punishment? And from there, I kept on growing this piece into a series of poems that are going to be used as a text in this piece, and sort of the idea of building her a shrine. So you can walk through this blue velour lined shrine, reading these poems and considering how queerness and the past relate to Lot's wife and yourself. So I started creating a small series of works that I'm kind of framing under this new theater company called OFO Theater, Other Forms of Theater, where I'm trying to collect new ways of creating theater that's sort of designed first, and thinking about the whole arc of design and the arc of theater making from new directions. One of the big ones that I did previous to this was called Arborlogues, a Botanical Recital Performed for One Tree, that I did with Leela Breton, where we find a tree and we learn its story, and then we build a red curtain theater that straps to it, and you can come up to the play and we hand you a script and you're welcomed in to perform this play for this tree. Lot's wife is sort of an extension, I think, of this idea of finding ways to pull theater down to its core. What is a space? How can we use a space? How can we tell the story within a space? Through sort of the craziness of August in the city, this will be a nice moment for you to stop, come in, and take a moment of reflection and thought.